Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. I am Dorcas Yakubuzala, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. Tinubu has bigger headache. Sanwo-Olu should step in, APC Chieftain says. Katsina State Governor empowers women farmers with 40,000 goats. 94-year-old man registers to write UTME. US to investigate past aid allocations to Nigeria. Now, top on what's trending, an All Progressives Congress APC Chieftain Babatunde Bank Anthony has called on Lagos Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to speak up regarding the recent leadership tussle in the state House of Assembly, adding that Tinubu has a bigger headache, stressing on the need for Tinubu to focus more on addressing pressing national issues. Speaking on Channels Television on Tuesday, Bank Anthony stressed the need for the Lagos State Governor to address the situation. His comment comes hours after the escalation of the Lagos State House of Assembly leadership tussle. Security officials, including policemen and operatives of the Department of State Services (DSS), had on Monday stormed the Assembly complex, preventing lawmakers from gaining access to the chambers. They, however, gained access to the chambers after hours of tussling with Speaker Mojisola Meranda, later presiding over the plenary session at the Alausa area of Lagos. Now responding, someone said, "I like the way the governor is acting, like he is unaware of the issue. Very smart move." Next reaction is from one Lanre Alarape, and he is saying, "It's beyond the governor. There's a structure and system in Lagos politics." The last reaction on the story says, "The parliament is not an appendage of the executive. Nothing concern governor." Next on what's trending, the Katsina State Governor, Dikorada, has lagged off the distribution of 40,000 goats rearing initiative program aimed at positioning the state as a leading hub in livestock production. The program, which cost 5.7 billion naira, is targeting women's economic empowerment and was designed to empower local farmers, especially women groups, by providing them with the resources, training, and support they need to rear goats successfully. This initiative, organized under the State Ministry of Women Affairs and community-level committees, was in recognition of the crucial role women play in driving economic progress and societal development. The initiative also includes provisions for infrastructure development and financial support, where 10 women and one large-scale farmer from each of the 361 political wards have been selected to benefit. In addition, each beneficiary from the women group will as well be given 4 heads of goats, comprising 1 male and 3 females, and one large-scale farmer will be given 50 heads of goats. Now, a user wrote, 40,000 goats? Wow! That's so cool, since goats rearing is very popular in the northern region. The only thing one would have expected is the state government should have used such opportunity to introduce improved goat breeds like Boa and Kalahari Red, which grows and matures at a very short period. They are also very meaty because they are both actually specifically bred for plenty meat production. The breeds of goats we currently have in Nigeria, which mainly comes from Niger Republic and other West African countries, are often too small and thin and grows relatively too slow. The whole of Nigeria is long overdue for improved cow and goat breeds." One user said, "The math is mathing, but still not a way to improve people's lives." The last reaction on the story says, "If actually this initiative will go in line with modern mechanized rearing of goats, where goat houses, meat, fiber, skin, and milk processing facilities will be provided, the terrain will be sustainable for animal husbandry, especially goats." Next on what's trending, a 94-year-old man, Adedapo Idowu, has registered for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME). Idowu, who registered at the JAM Professional Test Center in Ibadan, Oyo State, said he did so to fulfill his long-standing aspiration of studying political science at the University of Ibadan. The 2025 UTME registration started on January 31st. Last week, JAM revealed that over 700,000 candidates have registered, including 11,000 underage applicants. Idowu shared that his initial fears about pursuing higher education at his age were dispelled after his seamless registration experience. His story was featured in the latest bulletin of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board. Now, a user with the name Amaka's Register wrote, "It is never too late for learning and self-development. This man is an inspiration to both the young and the old." Next one is from One Favor Clement. "It's never too late to achieve your dreams. There's no limit to what you can achieve and fulfill." Last reaction on the story says, "I see an old man who has passion for education, but due to underlying issues, he couldn't get it, and now he feels he can get it and is going for it. Even if he meets death while schooling, he will die a satisfied man." Now, next one was trending. The All Progressives Congress and the People's Democratic Party have traded accusations over escalating violence in Osun State, which culminated in the killing of a former chairman of Irewole local government area, Aderemi Abbas, and 6 others on Monday. The crisis was triggered by a contentious Court of Appeal ruling allegedly reinstating APC elected local government chairmen and councillors. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke had raised an alarm on Sunday alleging a conspiracy led by the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Boyega Oyetola, and some security agency heads to enforce the ruling. Adeleke urged the public to hold Oyetola and the state security chiefs accountable for any ensuing violence. Now reacting, a netizen wrote, "This could have been prevented if the CP has done his assignment properly. The governor already gave an earlier notice of possible mayhem, which the securities are supposed to swing into action by mounting all local government premises in the state to avoid these casualties. You all know the governor does not have so much power on the police, but the police is being controlled by the federal government. Exactly why the state police is needed, so the governor doesn't have to wait for the federal police to protect the life and properties of his state." Next one says, "The amount of free money state governors receive encourages past governors to always want to return back as governors. Same is happening in Edo State." Next one says, "Meanwhile, 2 of them are alive and well protected. Nigerians will never cease to be zombies." Now, police authorities in Ogun State have declared controversial singer Habib Olalomi, popularly known as Portable, wanted for allegedly leading a violent attack on government officials carrying out their lawful duties. A declaration was contained in a police gazette issued on Monday night, shared by the spokesperson of the State Police Command, Omolola Odutola, on Monday. She said the assault incident occurred on February 5, 2025, around 10 a.m., when 3 officials from the Ogun State Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, Ota Zonal Office, were conducting an enforcement exercise at Okeosa, Tigbu Ilu, Ota. Portable has soon reacted after the police declared him wanted. In a series of Instagram rants on Tuesday, the singer claimed he was being targeted for wearing a vest featuring Senator Adeola Solomon Yayi. He also alleged he suffers from a mental illness and is receiving treatment at the Aro Hospital. Quote, "I fear the government. I'm a federal government liability. I'm a madman. I have medications I take. You can confirm from Aro Hospital. I have a card certifying me as one of their patients," close quote, he said. Now reacting, someone said, "Let them come with evidence that Portable beat them and at least one of them will sustain injuries. It's just political arrest and shameless people are celebrating this declaration. No justice for common man. He did not kill. Hope the police knows that. His fear for government is what led him into this. After God, now government." One Kingsley is saying, "Upon all the crying, you people no one pity him." Last reaction on the story says, "Nigeria and enemies of progress 5 and 6. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in no time. Do stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Newsfeed on Trust TV. Now, a federal high court sitting in Lagos has held that the arrest warrant against Ezekiel Onyedikachuku, a former manager to gospel singer Mercy Chinwo, is still subsisting. Justice Alexander Owoeye made this known at the resumption of proceedings in the matter on Monday. In documents put before the court, Chinwo had alleged that the defendants diverted the sum of $345,000 representing royalty due to her. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) had filed a 3-count charge bordering on money laundering and fraudulent diversion of funds filed against him. At a previous sitting of the court, the EFCC counsel, Bilkisu Buhari Bala, had told the court that the prosecution was unable to effect service of the charge on a defendant who had made himself unreachable. Now, one Glory Mansion wrote, "God has really blessed Mercy Chinwo greatly. Why can't she let go of this drama and focus more on the future, bigger blessings and opportunities?" Next one is saying, "You see, this guy is going to jail. He can try to manipulate so many things and push so many agenda to make it look like they are just after him. VDM himself said the judge is a no-nonsense judge. Sit back and relax and see the truth unfold. He tried to play you guys, and because Una Papa VDM has tried to push the negative narrative and you all are jumping up, he will go to jail and VDM will say the judge was bribed. He will use emotional blackmail to say that Mercy Chinwo should follow the way of peace. If he was so innocent, why was he always seeking for reconciliation? You think it is because he wanted peace? He knew his hands weren't clean." Next on what's trending, the senator representing the Delta North Senatorial District, Ned Nwoko, has debunked claims that he plans to marry Nollywood actor Chika Ike and refuted claims of fathering her unborn child. Earlier, Regina Daniels, wife of Nwoko, deactivated her Instagram account to further fuel speculations over a rift in the home. However, in a rebuttal statement from the Director of Communications, Office of Senator Prince Ned Munir Nwoko, he said, quote, "Our attention has been drawn to the recent false rumors alleging that Senator Prince Ned Munir Nwoko is planning to marry Nollywood actress Chika Ike as his 7th wife and that she is pregnant for him. We categorically state that these claims are entirely baseless and a product of malicious speculations." Well, Chika Ike has also responded to these allegations on her Instagram page, and it partly reads, quote, "Ned isn't the father of my child and whoever name you might come up with later with your guessing games. And like I've said before, I'm not about to be anyone's 7th wife. Polygamy isn't for me." Next on what's trending, the Republic of Niger has begun enforcing restrictions on Nigerians traveling with the ECOWAS passport, barring entry for those without a valid international passport. This move follows the country's recent withdrawal from the Economic Community of West African States alongside Mali and Burkina Faso. Despite maintaining an open border with Nigeria, new immigration measures are being implemented at crossing such as Ilela, which is Nigeria, and Koni, Niger. Cross-border traders and commuters now face difficulties as Nigerian authorities refuse to recognize the ECOWAS passport as a valid means of identification. Alhaji Mansour Abdullah, a trader who frequently travels between the two countries, confirmed this development to newsmen. He said, quote, "I believe there is a move to abolish the ECOWAS passport as a means of traveling here. They have started harassing us if we are entering the country. Some of our people are being turned back home. We learned that there's a new passport being issued now to everyone coming to Niger Republic to replace the old ECOWAS passport. Some of our people are getting scared of the aftermath of all these issues, which have started to affect our businesses and trading activities," end quote. Now, a user with the handle name Loveful Everywhere wrote, "Nigeria, wake up with your immigration rules. People can't just be coming and going out of Nigeria without proper visa." Next one is from one E. Fred, and it reads, "But why are Nigerians making it look like a big deal? They are no longer part of ECOWAS, so why would they recognize the passport? It did nothing wrong and didn't humiliate us either. It's a policy that must be obeyed." A last reaction on the story says, "They have every right to ban Nigerians with ECOWAS passport as they are no longer part of ECOWAS. So that passport is invalid to them. This doesn't have anything to do with, quote, Nigeria is finished, end quote. They will also do it to other ECOWAS countries." Finally, the United States mission to Nigeria has announced that the U.S. government will launch an investigation into how previously allocated aid to Nigeria and other countries has been utilized. To ensure accountability, comprehensive monitoring and evaluation systems have been implemented to verify that U.S. assistance reaches its intended beneficiaries. The U.S. also reaffirmed its stance against terrorism, strongly condemning the violence and disregard for human life perpetrated by Boko Haram and other extremist groups in Nigeria and the surrounding region. Boko Haram was officially designated a foreign terrorist organization by the U.S. Secretary of State on November 14, 2013. Now, the first reaction we're taking on this story is from a user with the handle name Ayo the Realtor, and it says, another step in the right direction for Nigeria. One real saint is saying, the United States government didn't sponsor Boko Haram as a country under Obama. The USAID coordinators in Africa allegedly did in order to increase their future budget and get more funding. Just a business that went south. The more insecure the region is, the more beneficial it is to their coordinators here. It's that simple. Insecurity is a business. And the last reaction we're taking on the program today says, Nigerian government should also start their own investigation on past help the US had rendered to them. And that's a wrap on the program today. Do also follow us across all our social media platforms for more programs, news and documentaries. Until next time, goodbye.